spectacular. At the center of Wichita, Kansas stands a two-story brick building along historic Douglas Street, which houses the Donut Hole. Atop the Donut Hole stands a beacon which notifies locals and travelers alike that great donuts and a community atmosphere await below. That beacon has a name. It's Ed the Rooster.
I love it. That's awesome.
Is spectacular. Recently, my friend and co-worker, Sean Frick, spent some time with me in Wichita. When Sean told me he prefers cake donuts over yeast, I knew just the place to take him. Between the robust donut flavors and the exceptional staff interactions, our entire experience was simply outstanding. All right, it's that time to delve on in. So Sean, since you are my guest, remember what you got?
I do.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with the peanut butter cup.
Okay. I think that's an excellent choice.
So here we go. Appears to be a chocolate donut with peanut butter glazing and chocolate stripes.
A little drizzle there on top. Nothing wrong with the drizzle. Faux shizzle. So tell us, what are you feeling? What are you experiencing, Sean?
The cake donut is very nice. It's got a little crunch on the outside, but moist on the inside.
Okay.
I think the chocolate overwhelms the peanut butter a little bit. I would like a little bit more peanut butter. It's a good donut.
Okay.
I want it a little more.
All right.
Yeah. That's it. I'm going one bite each.
You're going one bite each? Okay.
Myself.
Okay, that's fine. So I think I will go next. And let me see here. So out of the choices that I selected, I'm trying to remember everything she gave me. So I think I have to go with the lemon lavender.
There was something else too.
There was something else. You know what? Let's try it and see what I pick up. Okay, so first bite. You can see here just the intricacies of that donut. I mean, look at that. That is a beautifully designed donut. You've got the cake bottom, and that's the other reason too, we mentioned earlier, one of the reasons why I wanted to bring Sean here is Sean loves cake donuts. Everything here has a cake base. So this particular one has not only icing on top, also has a crumble topping, and then also a lemon, that was it, a lemon drizzle on top. So here we go. Cheers. Okay, so here's what I'm getting. Again, good fluffy cake. I think you'll admit to that as well, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice combination. Now, you'd be surprised, I think, because you'd expect that the lemon would be the most punch to it, but no. There's a subtle lavender to it that really is quite delightful. So it's not overpowering by any means, but is really just an overall great cake donut that helps you appreciate the flavors that are in it, but yet still also appreciate the cake donut that's underlying the whole thing anyway. And that's just a really fine donut. Okay.
Very interesting choice.
Yeah, very interesting choice. Okay, Sean.
All right, I am gonna go plain Jane here.
Okay.
I have always loved a blueberry cake donut.
Oh.
And so I saw the blueberry there and said, we've got to give it a try.
All right. All right.
So here we will give a quick show.
Yep. Perfect.
It looks like just a sourdough donut or a sour cream donut with blueberry icing. So let's give it a try. No, that's good.
Okay.
I mean, it's a
What are you picking up?
blueberry.
Okay. Overpowering
Surprisingly
blueberry?
enough, no, it's nice. It's and it's almost a tart blueberry. Like you have the sweetness, but you can taste the tartness of a blueberry in there.
Okay.
On top of the cake donut, it's nice. I'm taking a second bite of this one.
I think you should. You deserved it. Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So for my next donut, I gotta tell you, the espresso, chocolate, bacon, she had me. I mean, it's got everything. So you've got that cake foundation for those of you who love cake. You've got the chocolate for you sweet lovers. Now, one of the things I probably should have found out if it is a dark chocolate or if it's just a regular chocolate. My hunch is probably dark chocolate, I'm assuming, with the espresso, because those two usually end up pairing well. But then you've got the espresso, which, hey, it's early in the morning. Who doesn't want espresso in the morning? And then you add a savory bacon to it? That blows my mind, Sean. So, here we go. And for those of you who want to get a good look at that up close, I mean, oh. And again, those aren't bacony bacos. That's real bacon on there. Yeah, this is going to be good. All right. Oh, okay. I just got to point out something else here too. Look at the extra drizzle and the icing right there. She did not cheat me on this. This is phenomenal. Okay. I'm very happy, and I haven't even tasted the bite yet, Sean. Just gonna say. All right, here we go. Okay. So, first thing, you get the salty of the bacon right off the bat, and that saltiness lingers. I'm not picking up much on the espresso, but the chocolate is there. So maybe, they kind of complement, blend into one another a little bit. But other than that, a solid donut.
Is it too salty? Because I feel like when you have the salty and sweet together, you've really got to have that balance.
You bring up a great point. So it is not what I would consider like your traditional maple bacon. I think the maple complements it a little bit better because that maple hits the tongue up front. So Sean, which donut are you going to go with now?
So I'm going to go with the churro donut next.
Okay.
And to me, this is interesting. When I think of a churro, I think of that crunch, of a deep fried dough. So we're not going to have that.
Okay.
So how does the donut and I'm guessing the cinnamon icing on top, how does that work? Does it complement the churro experience, or is it totally different because it doesn't have the same texture? And we're going to find out.
I love the fact you're going in this with questions.
Yes.
You've got questions that need answering.
I think they're important questions.
So if we left right now and did nothing else, would you feel your day is complete?
Yeah. No, I don't think.
I don't think so either. So I think Sean needs to go ahead and eat. So Sean, go ahead and dive on in. What do you get?
Interesting. I don't get the cinnamon
that
I expected.
Okay. But it looks like there could be cinnamon on top.
Yeah, it does, and you can even see the texture of the icing. It looks like that. It's honestly got the flavor just more of a traditional glazed donut.
Okay.
Which is not bad.
No,
certainly
clearly not.
But not what I expected.
Okay.
But life is full of surprises.
Life
Steve.
is full of surprises, and I'm about to surprise you. Here's what I want you to do.
Boy.
Take your drink of coffee if you need to. In fact, cleanse your palate a little bit. Although I don't know how many people cleanse their palate with coffee, but whatever. It's okay. All right, so take that same donut.
Yeah.
Turn it upside down and let the icing hit your taste buds first.
Interesting. I have never eaten a donut like this, Steve.
I'm here to open new horizons, Sean. Anything different?
I do feel like I get a little bit of cinnamon. Still not as much as I was expecting.
Okay.
But yeah, you do, and you get the less of the cakiness of the donut.
Okay.
Very interesting concept.
You know what? So I'm going to go back and do the same thing with my lavender donut just to see how it impacts that. Okay, you know what? That is absolutely the way to eat this donut.
Interesting.
Totally different experience. Why? Because of the crumb topping, I can now actually taste that crumb topping. Complements it very well and just blends in well with the lavender and the lemon. So yeah, I think
do you get more of the lemon when you eat it?
I do.
Upside down?
I do.
Or maybe this is right side up and we've been eating them upside down the whole time. I don't know.
My mind is just blown. If I had an emoji right now to represent my head, it would be the blown mind emoji. So, Sean, tell me a little bit about just some memories that maybe you have of childhood travels and involving donuts. Anything like that?
So, I'm a child of the late 70s, early 80s.
Okay,
so there weren't a lot of donut shops, right? There were bakeries and there was Dunkin' Donuts. And honestly, for my family, Dunkin' Donut was the donut experience. And so they're fine donuts, right?
Right,
They're,
right.
they're not bad. They have their different options. But to me, that was a donut until I want to say it may have been my 16th birthday. My parents took the family to a very upscale Sunday brunch.
Oh, okay.
And part of this was in Pittsburgh, and part of this, they had an old donut making machine that made little mini donuts. As you're watching, it would plop out the dough into the oil, and a little conveyor belt would take it through
Yep.
the oil, and then dump it into a cinnamon sugar container.
Okay.
And you just took a donut out of there when
Hot.
you wanted it. Hot,
Cake.
with the sugar, it was cake.
Okay.
Yeah, that's, you know me, with my cake donuts. And it was a different donut experience.
So then, any memories with your kids taking them out for donuts, or any special neighborhood bakeries that was always a treat for you?
Yeah, so not so much the neighborhood bakeries, but I do still have a memory of my kids when they were younger. When we were living in New Jersey, there was an apple farm where you could go pick your own apples. And they also had a little store. And one of the things they did is they obviously made cider with their own apples, but they made apple cider donuts there. And so we would go apple picking with the kids, and we were not leaving that place without an apple cider donut.
One?
Well, let's just say one.
Okay, yeah. So, to frame the narrative, yes, just one, but I think we all know the truth to that. Well, potentially. Well, you started with one. Mm-hmm. You
Yes.
always have to start
Right.
with one. Okay, fair enough. Well, so you need to eat some more of your donut here.
You know what? I want to take a try of your lemon lavender donut.
Absolutely.
You
No,
know, I'm going to go
dive on in.
upside
You
down.
just do whatever you need to do.
And I would say I was a little worried about lavender because that can be overpowering.
It can.
It almost tastes like a perfume.
Right?
It's subtle enough that it doesn't overpower, but you can taste it, and it is really nice with the lemon. That's a good donut.
And when was the last time you had a donut that tasted like that?
Never.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's just it. And what did I say to her earlier? And Ashley, you absolutely came through. Thank you. I said, don't hold back on flavor. I love flavor. That
Yeah.
is a flavorful
Yeah.
donut.
And I think that's the reason you come to a donut shop like this.
That's exactly right. Yep, exactly right. And don't get me wrong, there's all different sorts of donut shops out there, and we're certainly going to be exploring a lot of those. But what you're seeing a lot right now in artisan establishments are really trying to push the envelope on those flavor concepts. And I love this. So here she's, this establishment, what she say, it's been here 16
Yeah,
years, she's
yeah.
been here 5. They could come up with the same recipe and just go, okay, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. But no, they're trying new things each and every day, sounds like. All right, what's the next donut you wanna go with?
So I think my last donut.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Twix.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a soft spot in my stomach, not my heart, for a Twix candy bar. My favorite candy bar. So I saw the Twix donut and said, I've got to give that a try. So here we can take a quick picture of it, so you can see what I'm looking at. I'm going to go upside down, Steve. I'm going to give this a go.
He also took a smell for the aroma too. Love that.
That is a good donut. So,
Okay, what makes it so good?
So it is reminiscent of a Twix bar, and I think it was Twix-ish. Is actually what it said. So,
Okay.
but you get that caramel, almost a little maple in there maybe too, from the crust or from
Okay.
the coating right away.
The coating or the cookie that's in the Twix?
No, I think it's the so it's the coating of the donut, but the cookie
Okay.
of the Twix with the
Okay.
little caramel layer on it. And then you get a hint of the chocolate, and I didn't bite much of the chocolate. I think another bite, you would get more of the chocolate like you would in a Twix bar. So I might have to do that.
Well, I was just
to
going to say,
verify.
I mean, that's really a hypothesis at this point, so you really need to test that theory, and I
let's
think
do
go
that.
for a second bite.
Yeah, let's do that.
And he's doing it upside down again. Or, as we've established, maybe right side
Right side
up.
up.
Everybody else is just doing it wrong.
Yeah, very good. So a little bit more chocolate that time, smaller
Okay.
bite with more of the chocolate coating. That's good. I don't think I would say, hey, that's just like a Twix bar, but it is very reminiscent.
Would you
Twix
get it
bar.
again?
I would. And as I look at all 4 of my donuts, I would be happy ordering any of those.
Well, that's fantastic, but I will tell you, if you come back and you order just those 4,
Yeah. Right.
based off of what we saw and based off of what you've seen as far as the selection, I don't know how you do that. I mean,
you
there's,
have to get Thurs.
yeah, I mean, there's so many other out there. Not to mention, probably when we come back next time, it wouldn't be just 4 each. we would be leaving with more.
So can we talk about the coffee?
Oh, absolutely.
So the sign proclaimed it as Wichita's best coffee.
The sign does proclaim that. We need to get a picture of that too,
It
by
is.
the way.
It is a good cup of coffee. So I like a dark, bold
Yes.
coffee.
Yes.
Sometimes even like I like a Starbucks with that burnt flavor. This doesn't have that.
You're not doing a great job selling Starbucks.
Yeah, well, no, but I know a lot of people don't like that. I do like it. But this is a nice, bold cup
It
of
is.
coffee. Very clean,
Yes.
good flavor. I do put a little cream and sugar in mine, so I'm not a purist.
Right?
But I would come back just for the coffee.
Wow.
I mean, I would, because I would get a donut if I came here. But the coffee is good enough.
That might be a little crazy to come here and not get
Yeah.
a donut, but
Yeah.
you know, okay, that's fine. So, Sean, anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up this particular episode?
No, excited to join you on the Donut DOC podcast. And it was just a fun experience. And trying
All right, that's going to do it for this episode of Donut DOC. I can't tell you how much I appreciate the good people here at the Donut Hole in Wichita who have really rolled out the red carpet in their hospitality. It has been such a fun experience. And I'm going to turn it over to my friend Ashley to give you some parting thoughts. Ashley?
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to have you guys. Come on down, see Ed the Rooster, and visit or come and get all of your favorite made from scratch cake donuts.
I think that's great advice. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of Donut DOC. Remember to please like this episode, also subscribe to the channel, and also share this with a friend. Remember, we're trying to make life better. Invite a friend, grab a donut. Have a great day.